All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. It's been a rough couple days on my side. One of my kitties lost her vision, and it was so random. She's doing better, and I'm trying to do the same. So we're gonna make a quick video here. My goal is actually to make another one after this if I can, but I want to cover two on this one: GovX and then VRAX, and both of them are connected to global headlines. I think that's the big take here. I'm not, again, I had a rough couple days, right? I'm not 100% up with the news. I think I saw the WHO actually retract the news. They obviously said that there was an mpox outbreak. I think they said it's no longer, but clearly the 3 days took over. And for me, this is where, and this is sincerely where I find that technicals can really take over news in a good way or in a bad way, all right? And I'll explain that shortly, okay? The other one's kind of the same story, VRAX, right? It big pop. It's same thing. It holds the MAs and it continues, and that's gonna be the big story. I know that doesn't look like a pretty candle, but it holds the line and it continues, right? So this is why we use the lines, right? But before we do go any further, though, and I give you more of my thoughts and opinions, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. I don't think I drew any on this. Yeah, I will draw some horizontal support and resistance lines. And then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can, please subscribe to this channel. Share this video online with your friends. Comment good or bad if you disagree. Look, anything you can do helps so much with these YouTube algorithms, but for real, just being here, giving me your time, oh man, I am so grateful for it, all right? So, I don't think I'm gonna break these up. I think I'm gonna chapter them together, okay? And look, it was a 3 day move based on, I think, about 2 days of news and one monster Thursday technical. All right, so let's start with the news and we'll go from there. The best joke I came up with was The Who is more than just a really good band from back in the day. All right, so The Who is the World Health Organization. And when they drop news, it is a global impact news, all right? No, it is, right? Like the FCC is gonna be like America specific. I imagine there's like not FCC, FDA, excuse me. I imagine there's a FDA for like all the other major nations. The WHO is global. And if they're saying there's an outbreak here, you automatically have to think, oh my gosh, what if someone took a plane, came to my place, and boom, it's gonna start here, right? So when I follow the WHO on Twitter, you know what I mean? Like it's good to get headlines from certain people as soon as you can. The WHO is an organization in that boat for me, you know what I mean? And they basically said, if I'm not mistaken, there was an mpox outbreak in Africa, okay? And boom, all of a sudden, you gotta believe healthcare sector, biotech, those are gonna move from that. Right now, look, do I have any idea if GovX or even, what was it, VRAX, do I have any idea if any of these two companies do anything, one in Africa, two with, monkeypox, mpox, I don't even know, I'm assuming the M is monkey, whatever. No, I have no idea at all, right? But they have some really big things in common. First is the day that the news came, volume was big. All right, volume was well above the 50-day average on that one. GovX, not as big, but again, it's actually almost that same 50%, right? You can kind of see that the white line's in the middle. It was a good volume day. Just being over the 50 is the 50-day volume, right? That's a good volume day, okay? So that was the initial move, and you can see the combination on both. This Thursday is what separates the technical traders from others, in my opinion. All right, if you did this incorrectly, and hey, I'll be honest with you, I might have too. Like I had a hard, there wasn't a lot of trading on my side, but and we talked about this one. I actually even searched it because I remember. And look, on the 14th, it's brought up, and one thing I talked about was this $2.92 line on GovX on the Wednesday. You can see that 290 was somewhere right here, right? I'm not going to go into the, I'm pretty sure it was off the hourly or the 15, but when we broke that 290, oh man, it was no surprise that we went all the way up to 3 something. You know, that was a real big thing I saw, because I wanted to believe that that last hourly candle will be not. I remember this. I actually really do. If we failed it, hey, I thought we would go down here. Clearly we didn't, right? So on this day, all right, and we're going to do the Thursday, the 15th for both stocks at the same time, all right? GovX closes at $3.35. The average 200 was $3.35. All right. So that's a tough one, because you know, and you've heard me say this all the time, on the line is not over the line, and we were under it yesterday. So this one, technically, though it gaps up over it, right? Like we open all the way up here at 370 something and then fall down here to that 330 something I just said that we closed at, right? We don't get over the 200. All right. And man, this is a doji on the line. It's still obviously a little bit bigger. Like this thing is green because it was 3% higher. But you know, I always say I don't like I'm telling you, this probably might, like this might have fooled me. I'm not even, and I think it was this Thursday that they said, hey, that Mpox thing is okay. If I'm not mistaken. Again, let me know if I'm wrong, right? When we go to VRAX, VRAX is a little bit different because the Thursday gets us over all of them. And sorry, the Wednesday gets us over all of them, and then this one holds. The problem with this one, and again, I'm telling you, this might have fooled me too. We lost well more than 50% of that candle. We basically lost like 90%, right? We closed all the way down here. So though we held the lines, we lost too much candle, and this one didn't even break the volume. I'm telling you, I'm like, this Thursday was a crazy Thursday for sure on both of them. All right. And you know, for me, I'm always here talking about trading career. There's so many trades you're gonna make over it, right? Man, this Thursday was crazy. I wish I could have made a video on it. We would have like seen my thoughts, and like I have no idea if I would have gotten it or not, right? Man, Friday was a juggernaut. And with GovX, you can at least say, hey, look, we gapped up here, right? We gapped up very nicely over the 200. We gapped up very much over 50% of that Thursday little candle. And then clearly it went from there. Plus, I'm just zooming out to show it. I mean, it was just red, little bit of a plateau right here. Once we broke that, red, we're pretty much at this plateau, and you can see that's what wicks us, right? So I would draw my first line. What are you guys here? Yeah, I would have drawn it in this. Actually, no, I would not have. I would have put my first one here, and then I'm going to put my second one. Oh, man, that's hard. I think I'm going to put it here. I think I like that. I think I like that. That looks like it's about half of this thing. It looks like it's about the top of that guy. You can arguably put it a little higher though, at like almost 16 bucks too. Man, I think that 16 is the better line. That's almost half the big one. It's basically the plateau right there. It's basically the plateau right there, and it's actually the top of that. So that's a really big gap. All right. And there's a couple others, and I think I would draw that. Let's draw that 1080. 1116. I'm cool with that. I think these are the 3 lines up for GovX. Let's draw. Actually, I think there's only 1 line to draw. It's that. Okay, I like that. And look, so I took it from the bottom of this right here. I took it from the bottom of this December candle. It's also basically 50% of this big one itself. So, I mean, look, okay, I'm going to keep this line here, all right? What is this right here? Oh, this is basically where we closed. So 720 is where this one opens. We're at 7. We're actually under that. Okay, let me give a couple thoughts. I'm going to use this green candle. If this falls below 660, I would be very, very scared of a very fast fall down to 5. Okay? 660 is probably your death line. If this can break 767, man, there might be more. All right. Clearly, this is a 90 RSI. I start screaming worries at 80, let alone 90, right? When I look at after hours, it kept going and it didn't go up a crazy amount, right? I'm zooming back. I'm zooming back. Look at this bad boy. We've been higher. We've been at a 95 right there. We've been in the 90s before. Even this little peak looks like it, no, not that one, the next 87 right here. And then even at its start. I mean, this one is all about the volume. All right. It is really all about the volume. And again, 770 up, 660 down. All right. Bare minimum volume is 80 million. So I need just a little bit more than 10 million, right? Because 10 million is 70 million. Even if we do 70 million, that's like a 30% reduction from the 100, right? So like that's a pretty decent fall. What we really do need, and I want the calculator for, I think I want 130-ish. I guess I could have done 140. But we need just under 20, right? We need 18.5 million shares in that first hour. And that's what's going to help GovX go, all right? Same comments with VRAX. I'm just going to draw the lines and we'll go from there. Excuse me. So, okay. All right, so this is a line up here for sure. That's a little too high though, I think. Man, there's not a lot to draw here. Goodness. I'll take that right there. And that's what we wicked. Okay, if this breaks 233, red might make a quick green. Basically a little bit more than $1 higher. That's a little bit more than a 50% swing right there. I for sure see post-market close to there. You know, that one I don't think it, like, we need to see that in the regular hours. I like the MACD and the RSI a lot more, right? Like this 69 is a lot healthier, and you can see we've also been higher up here, right? So this one seems like it has a little bit more attention, but gets over them all, can't confirm. Gets over them all, can't confirm. Gets over them all. Are we going to come back, excuse me, down here? I don't know, you know? I think the one good thing to say is, look, this thing shouldn't go less than 180, all right? If it goes lower than 180, I think 160, and that's funny. I think the other number was that 160? Something with a 60. You can see that, so many numbers. I think 160 is the lowest this should go. I think 180 should be good support. Again, break 233, and we're gonna make a move, right? So I'm not looking at the weekly charts here. I think these are both daily chart. And then let's talk about volume real quick. The least I'm willing to take is like six-ish. So just under a million shares an hour is the lowest I'm willing to take. Take me up to 10 or 12, right? If you can take me up to 10 or 12 million, let's call it 11 million in a 7-hour day, give me about 1.5, and oh man, that'll do some good things here. I think I like VRAX just a little bit more, but again, don't forget, GovX has significantly more volume, and if the volume comes, no one's going to care about this RSI. The volume's going to do the job, right? So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. Even if you disagree, man, this video got so much easier to do as I got closer to the end. Thank you.